Welcome back, everybody. Rewatchers Council, Buffy edition, here for the season 4 season finale. It sounds like Ferris is very happy that he watched this episode and can't wait to talk about it. I'm snark glad that you guys are tuning in, either watching, which, who can blame you? You know what I mean? Or listening here on the good old Let's Get Ready Network. Now, Ferris, I know you're excited to talk. There's a couple of things we got to do first. A couple of things we do at the top of the show. We got to bring people back. Bring back people all the way to the year 2000. As a skit once did. Now, this original air date for this episode, the final episode of season 4, May 23rd, 2000. Written and directed by the guy who created the show. Number 1 movie. You would have been, were you even born in 2000, Ferris?
I was
barely a lad.
What was the year?
2000.
No, what was the month?
May.
I was 1 year old.
Well, maybe in a couple of years this movie would have been right up your alley. But there was a movie called Dinosaur. That was a movie. It was a Disney movie called Dinosaur.
Nah, man, I don't know what that is, man.
Yeah, I remember I was alive.
Yeah.
When this happened. Yes, as much as Y2K tried to take us all down, I was still around for it.
Wasn't successful.
No, another thing that Y2K hasn't done right is made sure that, we didn't see Dinosaur, I guess. Maybe it is right. Yeah, it's a Disney movie. I think it had bits of live action and animation and blah, 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 blah. Couldn't tell you any more about it. Now, congratulations on it being a huge movie for Disney, though. I think it made a lot of money. Number 1 songs. They're in, first off, the United States. Of course, once again, I Try by Macy Gray.
Oh.
Yeah. I try to walk away and I stumble. Ferris, for goodness sakes. Number 1 song in Canada. Still at number 1. It was a number 1 song for 3 weeks, and I honestly can't ever remember hearing it, and I like the band. Nothing As It Seems by Pearl Jam.
I don't listen to Pearl Jam, so I'm
not like of other grunge. Like grunge was definitely my era, but of the grunge bands, Pearl Jam was like, all right, fine, they're okay.
That's the one with Eddie Vedder, right? That's Eddie
right.
Vedder. Okay, right. Got it. And then you got Nirvana with Cobain and Grohl.
That was more my speed. Nirvana, Soundgarden. If you want to go back, I don't consider them really grunge, but
Soundgarden
came out of the same.
Wait, so Soundgarden, that's the one where it's like Black Hole Sun. Mm-hmm. Okay, got it. Yeah. Yeah, you look like a Black Hole Sun guy.
How dare you? Actually, I wasn't a big fan. I did like the video. The video was pretty fun.
Yeah, I remember.
I was more like a Loud Love Soundgarden, or that first one.
Growing up,
Jesus Christ pose.
There was a marathon on VH1, I think. It was called the 100 Greatest Songs or something like that, or like 1,000 of something like that. And Black Hole Sun was like on there. And then I just know it by saying like Black Hole Sun, where are you? Something, I don't know.
I wouldn't even put that as the best song on that album. It'd be a little further down.
In the top 10, funny enough, on that, I remember the top 10 where it was it was a U2 song. It was I think it was which U2
Oh
song
boy. Oh boy.
It was
right.
What U2 song was it?
Was it One?
I think it was I think so. Yeah.
Maybe you just have it in your head about One.
The one they played during during the Super Bowl after 9/11.
Oh, I don't know. I just remember when U2, was it U2 and Green Day did that when the Saints Come Marching In or something like that, for when everybody came back into the Superdome for the first time after Katrina. That's the only
maybe.
Yeah, I can think of like that.
I know a lot of my fans who know about U2, about that band that forced them to get that album.
Yeah, those monsters that gave you a free album. Yeah. But I guess when you said, everyone got it that had Apple or whatever at the time.
iTunes, yeah.
iTunes.
You know
Not.
what's fun,
I didn't listen to 1 second of it. You can
you know
delete
what's
it.
funny about that, Rob? You know what's funny about that, right? You know when you go to iTunes and you see the artist tab and you see that dude with the artist tab.
I have Spotify.
That
I don't use iTunes.
okay. Well, back in the day when iTunes was
I'm trying to. I'm trying to remember back in the day because I did have it at one point.
so yeah, so iTunes, when you went to iTunes, you would go to artists, like you go to the artist tab and you look up artists.
Hmm.
The logo of the artist tab is none other than Bono. Bono was the logo. Bono was the logo.
That's my shocked face.
Yeah.
Shocked face. Yeah, it's hard to say bad things about Bono. I think he's done some good things with his life and stuff, but
Yeah.
YouTube could be pretty annoying. I had a band, buddy had a band who like just almost exclusively did YouTube cover songs and stuff like that. It's like, okay, I get it, whatever.
Hmm.
Oh, didn't mention one. There was one change at the top of uh, these national song charts. It's over in the UK. A song called "Don't Call Me Baby" by Madison Avenue. I re-listened to it. I remember when it came out, and it's fine. It's fine. But
Adelia loves Black Hole Sun.
it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. That video was fantastic. How everyone would droop and swirl and stuff like that. It was great. Yeah, but again, it was the Soundgarden song. It's just like, man, I'm all right. It's fine.
I'm
It's
more of
okay.
a Nickelback guy myself.
What? Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
I
Speaking of
think there's
ridiculous.
a I think there's a big group of Nickelback fans that are like pro wrestling fans because Nickelback did the theme song for Raw.
Yep.
It's one of
So
their
yeah.
best songs.
So
We're
I,
going
I
out tonight.
I can't stand them. I can't stand them. I can't stand them so
Why do
much
people
that
why do people
that
hate Nickelback, Rob? Why do
it's
they
just
hate them so much?
it's country music through a distortion pedal. I hate country music. I
You
hate it
hate
when people,
country music?
yeah.
You've
If it's
never listened to George Strait?
no, George Strait is like that 80s when it started getting so weepy and poppy, and the 90s got worse. It's worse now than it's ever been. The one like
How about
some
some
60s and 70s.
Highwaymen? How
Yeah,
about
that's
some
fine.
Highwaymen? Some Waylon Jennings?
That's fine.
Some Chris Christopherson?
I like a little Christopherson.
I love me some Christopherson. I love the Highwaymen. You know, some
Some
Cash,
some Willie. I like
some
that.
absolutely some
Yeah, yeah. It's the
Waylon and
60s,
Willie.
some 60s and 70s country music. I'm all for, but they don't play country music anymore. They play pop music, and they just sound like dumb people singing pop music. So I'm
So
sorry.
like, what's
I'm
what's
confused.
what's country music to you, Rob? Is like you're like I'm on a dusty road. You know, like
Have
you know
you
what I mean.
heard?
Like
Have you heard a single song sound like that through Chris Christopherson, through Waylon Jennings, through Willie Nelson? No,
no.
you never hear them sing like that. Again, all that stuff is baloney. Everyone who sings about their pickup trucks and stuff like that are baloney country singers. They don't count. They're not real.
She caught me. She caught me.
I'll talk about country. Guys, welcome to Rewatchers Council Country and Western
I
Edition.
I hate this episode. I hate it. I
It's
hated
not great.
every minute of it.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. It is yeah, not my least favorite. Of course, we mentioned that it's beer bat, but it's right there. I don't know why they did this. I think it's just the guy who
You
created
should
the
just.
show
Oh
wanted
my
to play
god.
around. He was directing. He wanted to play around. He wanted to have a little fun. So, oh, look at the gels he can use. He can
He's an
make things look
idiot.
like dreams and stuff. Well,
He's an idiot.
he did okay for himself later, and then he ruined that. But whatever.
Oh
This
my god, this was one of the worst. I still don't understand what the episode. I don't get it. Who is that lady?
oh, that lady, that
Like, is
late,
she?
that
Was she?
lady who keeps showing up.
Yeah.
They invoke her in the previous. They invoke her in Primeval. That
Okay.
is Sinea, the first Slayer.
Okay. That's what I
That's why.
thought.
Yeah, that's why. When at the
But
end
I
when
was so confused. Why? Because now you got some kid living through his like hot mom fantasy, and then you have
well when that's all going on. Okay, so they all invoke the first Slayer when they're
yes,
doing I think to defeat Adam. They
yes.
go with the cards that are handed out. Spirit for Willow. It's a heart for Xander. It's mind for
Hmm.
Giles, and Manus the hand for Buffy. So this is how these dreams are going to set up. And Giles says there's going to be consequences for the spell that we're going to do. And this is the
Mhm.
consequence. It turns out, it's not so consequential. It's it's not like any of them die. It's not like any other people die and stuff like that. They just have to go through some things, and especially when it starts off with Willow's, and we've mostly seen Willow's nightmares before. Like we've gone through that episode Nightmare, and then we saw what is it, the puppet show again.
Mhm.
We know that she's not a big fan of public speaking and all this stuff and
Yes.
performing. So there's a lot of that going into it, but it's also about how she's changed. She still feels like she's got like character growth for Willow from Willow where she started to now.
Mhm.
It's pretty remarkable. So they kind of go on that, but in her head, she still feels like she's still that girl from the first episode. Like when Buffy strips off that her outfit or whatever, and she says, "You're still wearing your costume." Strips
Mhm.
it off. Willow's wearing the same outfit that Cordy says you know. I'm glad to see you're seeing the softer side of Sears.
Mhm.
So yeah, so that is who in her head Willow still is that little geeky girl from that first year, despite all the stuff she's doing.
Yep.
And you get to see, Oz and Tara together. You see Oz and Xander together. So all of her kind of relationships, working through and stuff like that. Yeah, it's again, but when it comes down to the end of her dream, Sanaya is going to go up and start sucking the life out of her, like getting her spirit and stuff like that. Like you can see her skin
Mhm.
go gray, her eyes, her skin
Yes.
aging and stuff like that. So that's all that was about. It's the next one that's a little troublesome. It's Xander's, considering who the avatar for the creator of the show is Xander,
Yes.
and it's all about him wanting to have sex with basically every
Everyone.
woman in his life. No Cordy, of course. But yeah, and he also has that one joke or whatever in Willow's dream about sometimes he sees Tara and Willow doing spells, and then he wants to go alone and do a spell himself. It's like, okay, we get it,
All
guys.
right.
We understand. We
Uh-huh.
understand where this is going. Don't worry about it. But the whole thing with Joyce about he's a conquistador and then he's a confortador and all that stuff. Not great. Not a great look. Having a thing for his buddy's mom and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Like I can honestly say, as a what would he have been? 18, 19-year-old man. I'd never had a dream like that about any of my friends' parents, which is good. Which is, I think, a good and healthy thing. I don't know if this is all that healthy for Xander. The one thing that is consequential is when Buffy's in that sand pit and he's talking with her. And Buffy is the only one he doesn't sexualize at all. And when she says brother to him and stuff like that, I think this is where he gets it. It's like, oh, this is our relationship. He's an
Mhm.
older brother. And so from now on, all this creepy stuff, like in those first years in high school and stuff like that, you're not going to see that kind of thing towards Buffy anywhere. He understands their relationship now going forward. So that's fine. Uh, the whole thing with the ice cream truck and Willow and Tara together, and he's like wants to be there, and he thinks Anya's going to be okay with it and all that stuff. That's not great. Looking back, not great at all. So far, what have you thought about this episode? So I know you were so angry going in. So those first couple of parts. Oh, and then of course, well, we should say there's the apocalypse now, but now uh, I'm supposed to be a little bit older than Xander is or whatever when they did this episode. I don't know anybody in my peer group that ever just wanted to watch Apocalypse Now, like with a bunch of people. I saw it. but it's like nobody's favorite movie ever.
Because there's movies in history where you watch it once
Yeah.
and then you don't really watch it again. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You watch it once and then you don't really watch it again. That's Apocalypse Now. Funny enough, the documentary about the movie, people say it's better than the movie.
Hmm.
Was it called Heart something Darkness or Heart to
Heart,
Darkness?
Heart of Darkness.
Yeah, that documentary where you find out about how some certain people had heart attacks and some people went missing and then they came back. It's a great documentary. So people say the documentary is better than the movie. I watched the documentary more than once because it's a pretty cool thing. But yeah, he's an idiot. Hey guys, let's sit around let's watch Apocalypse Now. Like what?
Yeah.
Like it's like, hey man, put on Saving Private Ryan.
I thought one thing that was good about that whole thing is that we get another scene, one last scene with Principal Snyder. We get
Yeah,
one
yeah.
last little
She
bit.
says, I always thought Apocalypse Now thing went back to him having all that soldier stuff in his head from that Halloween episode. Yeah, could be.
Yeah,
Could be.
that's what the dream was about. But
Yeah.
him awake at the time chose Apocalypse Now to watch. So it
Mhm.
was a choice of him to watch that movie. Maybe, yeah. And all that soldier stuff, it only always kind of comes in and out. It comes in and out. It's not very consistent and stuff like that. I guess through season 4, maybe a little more consistent than it was to close out the last few seasons. I suppose you're right. But yeah, I don't know soldiers. Like my
Mhm.
brother's in the army. I don't know if he's ever watched Apocalypse Now. But also we're Canadian and not Americans, and didn't play a very big part in Vietnam. So maybe there's that whole thing.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Vietnam's a stain on the world.
well, yeah, it's not great. It was never great. It's not like it. You know, the only thing it did was produce some fantastic music. So there you
It
go.
did.
People,
I know when a
I
movie
love
is based in Vietnam when I hear that Clearance Clearwater song.
it. Fortunate Son.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it ain't me. It ain't me.
Yeah. It ain't me. It ain't me. Welcome to Nam, boys.
There was that. There was a TV show. I was going to say it's called Call of Duty, but it's not. It's from the 80s or whatever. And I remember it having Painted Black by the Rolling Stones as its theme song. So that's also another thing that goes into my head about the Vietnam War. Like Fortunate Son for sure. And then Painted Black for whatever reason. So it comes down to it. I didn't even mention Interesting. One thing I thought was fun interesting when it was, or sorry, in Willow's thing was when she was backstage for the play, and Harmony's there, and Harmony says she loves her, which was strange. And then Harmony trying to bite at Giles while he's doing the same kind of things he was doing in the puppet show. But the whole thing was Riley being a cowboy because he showed up on time, and then he was talking about he's looking for a man, a salesman. Like I'm pretty sure that Willow just never watched or read Death of a Salesman, so she's just guessing what it was about in her dream. I thought that was fun.
Mhm.
All right, moving on. So Xander at the end, so when Sanea finally catches up with him, pulls his heart out. So we have Willow getting her soul sucked out, her spirit sucked out of her. We have Xander getting his heart ripped out of his chest, the heart in the whole spirit thing. So now we're gonna move on to Giles. Giles' dream. And one other thing I should say before I move on to that. So that same scene where Willow, or sorry, where Buffy's in the sand, in the sandbox, Sanders there. When you see Spike and Giles on the swing set, saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna be like Giles is gonna teach me to be a watcher," and he's like, "Well, I used to be into that, but that outfit that Spike's wearing and that whole kind of relationship bit, put a bookmark in that just in your head for
Mhm.
about 30 episodes from now.
Okay.
All this, as I know you will." Fair says, because you're a dutiful member of the council. I know
Yes,
you're
I
gonna
will.
do it. So we're gonna move on to
Why does Anthony Head like to sing so goddamn much?
I don't know if he likes it. Well, he can sing. I think that's the whole thing. His brother, a renowned Broadway singer, had a number one song. Ferris, his brother. Did you ever know that? From a
No.
play he was in called or musical he was in called Chess. There's a song called One Night in Bangkok that his brother Murray sang or whatever. It was a number one hit. But his brother was also, if I remember right, the first Judas from Jesus Christ Superstar, and he's part of the yeah. There's a whole musical.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So, um, one story like for coming up in season 6 is that when they would get together at the creator's place and talk about the scripts and stuff like that, eventually James Marsters would start bringing a guitar and everyone would sing and stuff like that. They knew the talent they had, and that's going to come into season 6. But
Mhm.
yeah, he was impressed with Anthony Stewart Head's voice. So he sang a couple of times in the season. Why not have him sing in his dream here and actually be the one who knows what's going on and stuff like that, and push the narrative forward while he's singing. One interesting thing about that whole dream thing where he's singing or whatever and everyone's holding the lighters and stuff, the guy playing piano in the band is Christoph Beck, the guy who does all the music for the show
Mhm.
and also eventually does the music for Frozen and all those other things. So there you
Oh
go.
wow, nice.
Yeah, Christoph
Yeah.
Beck. Okay, we
Funny
haven't even
enough,
talked
man.
about the Cheese Man yet. So
Yeah, yo, what's up with that guy? Well, one, what type of cheese was it?
sliced cheese,
I know, but what cheese is it? Is it
processed
American?
cheese. That's
Oh, so
processed American cheese.
okay, it's processed American. Well, I don't. Well, come on, Robert.
Cheese,
No,
cheese.
no, you ain't gotta be like that, Robert. Shoot, it
That's
could
what,
be,
that's what it is.
could,
You guys made it orange. You guys made it orange.
yeah,
It's American cheese.
yeah, that's true.
Yep.
But my thing
Uh,
is this, man. My thing
so,
is this.
do you
I don't
have
get it.
any idea what
I
it's
don't get
about?
it. I don't understand the cheese guy.
Okay, so you're not supposed to. The cheese guy is it was explained as and sometimes in dreams you just have something going on that it makes zero sense, makes no sense at all. So that was the thing. Have something in there that makes zero sense. The thing that kind of irks me about the cheese man, if it's supposed to make zero sense, why is it just in everybody's dream? Why don't they have something weird that doesn't make any sense at all happen in separate? Like just have the cheese man in one guy, then have something else. Have a turnip guy or something like that in another guy's dream. Have like a Lego guy in another one. It just
But
doesn't
I
make
think
sense.
they wanted.
Have
I
the
think
same guy.
they wanted a connecting factor.
Yeah, but
They
what
wanted a
connects? What connects it?
the cheese guy, man. He's because because
Sanea connects it. She's in the mall.
it ain't easy being cheesy. You know what I mean?
Oh, Chester Cheetah. I would have had
You
Chester.
know it.
They should have
You
had
know it.
Chester Cheetah come in there. Just product placement. Get some Cheetos. It's like, guys, I know you're hungry. Maybe a little
Yeah.
baked. Yeah, maybe a little baked. This is 2000. Want some Cheetos? Well,
Hmm.
here's Chester Cheetah to remind you. You know, it ain't easy being cheesy.
Exactly, man.
That's something I might put on my tombstone.
Put some cheese on that burger.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what, Rob?
Oh boy. Yep.
I'm going to make a burger, and I
I'm
do,
glad.
and I do have cheese.
No, well, that's good. Okay.
Hey,
So
would you put provolone on an Angus burger? Do you think that'd be good?
provolone. No,
Yeah.
no, I wouldn't.
You ever tried it?
Provolone, of course. Yeah, I worked in
No, Rob. I'm not.
restaurant.
Of course, you've eaten provolone. I'm talking about. Have you ever tried provolone on a burger?
Sure. Yep. Provolone, yeah, as a matzo substitute I've used on on like a mushroom style burger
Yeah.
with some bacon.
I finished The Sopranos a couple of weeks ago, and they really love their provolone on that show.
You didn't have any gabagool?
Well, no, the gabagool's meat,
Yeah,
so
no,
it's
you didn't. I'm
provolone.
just saying you didn't have any gabagool.
Well, no, I can't. Most of the gabagool is pork.
Oh, there
Yeah,
you go.
the gabagool is pork. It's usually like a pork, like a cut. Yeah. So yeah, no gabagool for me.
No gabagool, but you got your provolone. A big fan of
Definitely the
provolone.
pro.
Are you a bigger
I,
fan of provolone or the show? This episode, anyways.
Provolone.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of
provolone guy.
provolone because
Provolone.
if the cheese guy had provolone, uh, you know, slices of provolone, we may have a different story
All right.
on my opinion on the show. By the way, first time I ever saw Anthony Head, which was hilarious. He plays another guy named Rupert in Ted Lasso, so I didn't know who he was.
That was
So
your
I was
first time seeing him?
Yeah, it's the first time I ever saw the guy.
Yeah.
And funny enough, I was watching Ted Lasso while we were doing season 1 and 2 of Buffy, and I just kept saying to myself, they look familiar. You know what I mean?
Oh boy, Ferris. Oh my
I'm
goodness.
sorry.
Oh, okay.
And then I realized they're the
Was
same
it the beard?
person.
Was it the beard?
Well, in Ted Lasso, he's older. He's like old. He's like old.
Yep.
Yeah, he's older than you actually, and you're pretty old. Um, so I didn't put two and two together. I thought they were probably like related, but I didn't know it was like the exact same person.
I was just thinking about it now. I'm probably older than Giles is supposed to be in the show,
Yeah,
which is horrifying. It's absolutely
yeah.
horrifying.
Apparently, he's also in Merlin. He played Uther Pendragon in Merlin. Oh, nice.
Sure. Who is that?
I remember watching SmackDown on Sci-Fi, and shout out to SmackDown on Sci-Fi because I watched a lot of those damn sci-fi shows like Merlin,
Sure.
Warehouse 13, Alphas, Haven. Man, I watched all them shows. Man, Sci-Fi had a good lineup. Being Human. You know what I mean?
Nope.
It's a good show.
No.
You
Yeah,
can
no,
clearly see. You can clearly see. I hate this episode.
yeah, no, I understand. If it was another episode, I'd be on your case about it, but this one I get, and the fact that this was the season finale, like, come on, yeah, like there's a reason why I consider season 4 to be my least favorite. It has some high notes, like there's some great episodes, but as a whole, I just don't like this season as much as the others. There you go. So going on to Giles's quick dream here, quickly with the he starts off with hypnotizing Buffy. We get to see Olivia again with her pushing a tram, and we have Giles acting very fatherly towards Buffy. We get to see Spike. He wants them to see because he's now a sideshow freak. He's taking pictures whenever you see him. He's in black and white, which is fun. And this is where he goes to the bronze afterwards, starts singing. Yeah, I like the singing part. So when that certain episode comes in season 6, it reminds me a lot of that. With this episode, it's the same kind of way he sings "Standing." Is very close to what this is. You'll know all more about it when we get to it. Anyways, he wants Xander not to bleed in his couch because he's talking about he just got it clean because the mortal wounds are there.
Mm-hmm.
He starts following that patch core through the wall and stuff like that. Finds that timepiece he was hypnotizing Buffy at in the beginning. Then that's when Sanea is going to come. And Sanea, when she gets him, starts cutting his head open.
She cut his head wide open. That was disturbing.
Well, yeah, because again, mind. So sucking the soul out, spirit, grabbing the heart, then the mind,
taking the brain.
There's only one left after this, and our little heroine, Buffy, the hand. I was going to say the fist. The hand. So it starts with Tara and stuff like that, and they're talking. There's more bed making again, like they had earlier in season 3 with Faith. He said, "I already made this bed with Faith." Tara's going to give her a tarot card that says Manus on it. The hand, remind her how she's the hand. She says she doesn't need this anymore. Now, Tara's going to tell her that be back before dawn, before she leaves, which is something, again, maybe should bookmark. You don't have to bookmark it for too long. Let's just say that. Now, she goes to school. She sees her mother in a hole in the wall. Her mom saying, "Ah, don't worry about it. I'm fine." And here, there's a mouse tickling my knees and stuff like that. Then Buffy's like, "Oh, okay," and starts leaving. And then Joyce goes, "You know what? Maybe you could just break the wall down and stuff like that." I think this is just to show like their relationships kind of broken down a little bit and stuff like that on both sides. On both sides.
Hmm.
Let's be fair. Joyce is a grown ass woman. She wants to see her kid. She can make the time to make sure that she sees her kid.
Yes,
You know what
absolutely.
I mean? Come on. We get to go to that little secret room there. Riley's there. Riley and human Adam Ferris. Now that Riley keeps calling her killer, she says, "I'm not a killer," and it's like, well, she isn't a killer. It's like she's as much a killer as someone who might swat a fly or something like that or a pest.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You consider those people killers? I don't think so. I think it's pretty fun that Riley's the Surgeon General now, just because
I
he
mean,
had
it makes no sense. I
yeah,
don't think he has a medical background. I don't
he
understand.
is the Surgeon General. Well, yeah. Well, I don't want to say much about people with not having medical degrees getting into high positions in certain places, but
Hmm.
I'm Canadian. I can't really talk much about it. Now, they're gonna take over the world. Him and Adam using sentient coffee makers. Does that make you a little worrisome
Well,
about
you know
what a
what?
coffee
Because
maker can do?
funny enough, Rob, they predicted the
Yeah.
future.
Oh yeah. What? What?
The
Is that
way
what's
the way
happening?
the way people make their coffee every day with those fancy coffee makers and their coffee, I
Sure.
mean, it's
Yeah.
control the public, you control the coffee.
Is that how it works?
A lot of
Uh,
people drink coffee nowadays.
Wait a minute. There's a lot of coffee from Brazil and Colombia. Does that mean the Brazilians, the Brazilians will be our overlords?
Well, one of the Brazilian we know won't be.
No, no, no. Let's not get crazy. Let's not get
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, absolutely
But
not, absolutely not.
yeah, yeah.
But yes, maybe,
Oh, okay, okay. At least they're coffee
maybe.
makers. Nabob.
Mhm.
Let's maybe we should figure out what Nabob stands for. It's not just a name. Maybe it's an acronym. We'll work on that. We'll come back to you guys a little later. All right. So they go off because they got to go get pillows to build their fort, which is a smart idea. Eventually, we're going to have Buffy meet up with Sinai, the first Slayer. At first, just using Tara's voice. Buffy's not having it. Buffy is starting to get it a little bit now. She's starting to understand. She's like, get her to use her own voice. She's like, well, no. And then, they start talking about how Slayers are to be alone. They're there for no voice, no name, just destruction. This is what she's all about. And, she doesn't fit in the world and stuff like that. But Buffy's not having it. So all this stuff is just to say that was then. Sanaya never had a watcher. All this stuff. The last episode or two episodes ago, Buffy was saying like, she's pissed off at her friends for the annual time she's pissed off at the Scoobies and stuff like that. She says, "This is why there's no prophecy about a watcher or a Slayer and her friends and stuff like that." It's like, well, none of the Slayers really lasted that long. She's lasting a lot longer than other Slayers. I don't know how many prophecies there are about the Slayer just getting brought back to life by a buddy, not even like a magician or something like that. Just a friend that she made in high school. So all this kind of still goes on or whatever. But Sanaya's still saying we are alone. Like this is the whole thing about Slayers. We're alone. But the cheese man's gonna show up again. Just to flap cheese around. Buffy says she's had it though. She's gonna wake up. They're gonna start fighting now. Tells her finally it's over. They don't do this anymore. She's had enough of it. There's more fighting. Buffy's gonna wake up, back in her living room, but here comes Naya again with a knife and just gets her down and starts stabbing her. Buffy just isn't having it though. She's like, all right, fine. Like, are you about done? And she's like, well, what do you want from me or whatever? She's just ignoring her. Now she's just going to tell her she's going to ignore her. She's not the source of her. Starts giving her crap about her hair. Of course, very Buffy thing to do. Then she finally does wake up for real. They'll gather around the table at the end here, the Summers dining room table. Willow's going to condemn the Slayer's dental care, which is, come on. She's how many years old, at this point? 2,000 years old or something like
Hmm.
that. Going to go on her about her flossing habits. You know what I mean? Pretty ridiculous. Pretty ridiculous. Ferris is like going after a bald guy for having no hair or an older guy for having gray hair. I know you'd never do that in a million years, would you?
I would never insult old people with gray hair.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Joyce comes in.
That's why I insult you. You have silver hair.
Oh, like a
Aha,
silver,
see?
like a silver fox.
All right, Rob, don't make it weird.
All
Okay.
right, fine. Okay. All right. So Joyce comes in. Of course, Xander's going to get all flustered about being her, you know, cocoa buddy or whatever to help bring in the coffee and stuff like that. Willow mentioned, well, they also mentioned, well, at least nobody else talked about the cheese guy. And everyone's, oh, the cheese guy. So Buffy's going to go upstairs and look in her bedroom. You're going to get the little voiceover from Tara repeating what she said earlier. When she says, you think you know what's to come, what you are, but you haven't even begun. So it's going to freeze on that scene. When the show ends for season 4, that kind of scene is going to be repeated in the very next episode towards the end, though, which is going to bring us to season 5. Ferris, I'm going to tell you this right now. Season 5 is up there, and maybe it is my favorite over season 3. I love season 5. It's got a robot, it's got a body, it's got a key, it's got someone's twin, and maybe my favorite big bad, Ferris. All I can tell you is that her name is a holy name, for goodness sake. But
Really?
first up, that first episode, you know, you've had Godzilla versus King Kong. You
Mm-hmm.
heard of that? Heard
Yes.
of Freddy versus Jason?
Yes.
Well, maybe this is the mashup, the, the verses that the world needed most, especially at this time, 2000. First episode of season 5 is Buffy versus Dracula, Ferris.
Oh
Yep,
yeah.
that's it for season 4.
Oh
And
nice.
well, I'm glad that you kept your temper down. I'm glad that the curse words from both of us remain zero. I think we
Yes.
did it, buddy.
Yes, we
I
did.
think we did it.
I think we did.
Congratulations to the two of us, Ferris. I know you got a bunch of things going on here on the whole network. Why don't you tell the good little folks at home what you're up to?
All right, guys. Tomorrow we got the Rewatchers Council Angel Edition, 3 o'clock. But then tomorrow is going to be a jam-packed day for me because at 3 o'clock we got Angel. Then at 4 o'clock, me and Ryan will be breaking down the Ryder Cup Day One with the special edition show of called The Fairway. Then at 5, it's Good Friends, Better Rivals. Me and Caleb talk NFC East, New York Giants, Dallas Cowboys. That's all on our sports channel. Those 2 episodes are on our sports channel, while Angel is on our post credits channel. So there's that.
Guys, I'm going fishing this weekend. All
Nice.
right, but that's after we talk about the Angel season 1 finale and sayonara to season 1. That's what I'm going to say. To Sean Shu from LA, or in LA, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got coming up on Tuesday, starting 11 over on Good Friends, Better Rivals, talking English Premier League with Adelia. Starting 11. That's right. Oh, what a lovely voice. Soothing. Now, Chelsea has a big match against Brighton that, It seems like our feeder club, Brighton, but we pay them a lot of money. Coming up very soon
We
over
play Brighton
on that same channel.
in the
Uh,
Carabao Cup.
yep. On that same channel coming up very soon. Not sure which date it'll be, but within, I would imagine, the next couple of weeks, Playoff Beards will be back to talk about the NHL season to come. And until then, guys, what a pleasure it was talking season 4 with you, Ferris, our pal Brennan, and Delia as well. And until next time, in the words of, who should we say, of Adam, good old Adam, I hope you all have a great weekend and we'll see you next time.